Colin Farrell goes full Irish in this dark comedy brought to you by the same team behind In Bruges. A whopping 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, 8.2 on IMDB, and 87% on Metacritic. Really? Banshees of Inisherin. That opening might have been a tad dramatic, sorry about that. Here we have the three key pieces from In Bruges: Colin Farrell, Gleeson, and director McDonagh. Reunited once again to bring us this dark, saddened comedy set in the island off the coast of Ireland. Two lifelong friends find themselves at an impasse when one abruptly ends their friendship, with alarming consequences for both of them. The critics seem to love this, and it has a really good audience score too. But for some reason I just couldn't connect with this one. Going into this, I was really interested in the question that this film was trying to ask. What happens when a friendship abruptly ends thanks to no external factors? And what kind of road does that friendship take you down in an isolated and dreary town like Inisherin? But it just didn't really commit to that story the whole way through. I understand this isn't your conventional comedy, and some of the best writing in here was when you were getting those nuggets of humour where you're thrown into these absolutely insane scenarios met with such sterile responses. It's then combined some really witty and clever dialogue which wraps up the whole scene in a very unique way. And those moments really did get me laughing, but I feel more often than not I was laughing at the pointlessness of it all. And who knows, maybe that was the point, but there's really not that many comedic moments that you're led to believe there is. I felt like Banshees of Inisherin just couldn't pick a lane. Did it want to go thought-provoking? What happens in a sudden end to a friendship and the plague of being stuck in this dull, uneventful town? Or did it want to go over the top and unbelievable? The comedic path makes it hard to take any of the story elements seriously, and the thought-provoking path really takes the edge off the humour. There's no real climax here either, bar a couple of characters. Most people kind of just end up where they started. I think I had more of an unsatisfying feeling than necessarily the humour of this intentional subversion was trying to give us. I'm very aware that humour is subjective, so maybe this one just wasn't for me. I think this is going to be more for those that are looking for a more unorthodox tale. The cinematography is undeniably stunning in all fairness. We're showing the beauty of both the countryside and the coast in some very well framed shots that do a great job at both foreshadowing but also representing the state of the story at that given time. And there's also a great cast in here too, although the winners for me weren't who I was quite expecting. Colin Farrell and Gleeson were fine, and I do get what they were trying to go for with the characters, but out of the two, I feel only Colin Farrell really got some decent moments, and that's towards the end of the film. I found the side characters more interesting. Kerry, Condon and Keoghan's characters were the two characters that I wanted to follow most out of this story. And perhaps that was so because the main leads were intentionally playing these very narrow and boring characters. The film's a very slow starter, and as it finds its strengths towards the middle of the film, I thought we were getting on track until it just didn't quite fit for me towards the end. I think it's great we do get films like this though. Not everything should follow that formulaic Hollywood structure that we always see. And this film clearly seems to be working for a lot of people out there. I personally really struggle to recommend this one, and at the very least, I wouldn't visit this one again. But as always, that's my opinion, and I'm sure yours is very different. If you've seen the film and felt differently, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. If you found this review helpful, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, it always helps out. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews on movies, anime and video games. Until next one guys, take care. Bye bye.